Hello indie game fans! This week brings us both the end of March and April Fool's Day, so keep an eye out for gaming related joke announcements, but a great week of releases, starting with totally reliable delivery service. This one fittingly is releasing on 1st April and is a wacky physics simulation game where you need to deliver packages. If you always wondered why your packages get so horrifically damaged when they get delivered to you, perhaps this is why. I like the variety of vehicles and items that you can use, from trucks, forklifts, speedboats and even umbrellas, and it just looks like a funny, fun time. I have a soft spot for management games where you set up production lines and optimize things such as last year's Little Big Workshop, and Good Company seems like the latest title that will hook me. This is about the founding of a robotic manufacturing empire where you research, design and produce goods while hiring workers, automating production and managing cash flows. The art style is simple but pleasant, and it seems like there's quite a number of plates to spin all at the same time, which should hopefully lead to a great sim experience. This releases in early access, but it does look like it should make quite a good first impression. I've pointed out Fates of Odds a couple of times before, since this is a pixel art isometric RPG which looks fantastic and should push a couple of those nostalgia buttons. And perhaps what is the coolest aspect of this game, this seems like super hot but an RPG, in that time stops when you don't move, so an element of strategy involved as well. Magic in this world is extremely powerful, but will cost you some of your life essence to use, with the usual stats, leveling up, equipment and more all packaged in. This fantasy world depicted here seems pretty neat, with a variety of traditional fantasy creatures such as dragons involved. Inspired by Diablo 2, Morrowind, Chrono Trigger, Fallout and the Echelon series, it certainly pays tribute to those games and as such, has the option to either save the world or to rule it as an evil force, so a freeform, open-world RPG that looks excellent.
We stand on the precipice of history. Our teams have been working with some of the country's top scientists.
We need proper assurances about these nanocells, Dr. Tennant.
Why should we continue to bankroll someone so young?
Alright, so the complex might not be the best thing to be playing right now, but this looks like a well done full motion video game or interactive movie about a bioweapon attack on London where two researchers find themselves in a locked down laboratory with time and air running out. Looks awesome and based on the pedigree, should be a good one.
Help me! Time is running out.
The supply tank's been depleted. There's only one vial left. What are you gonna do?
nanocells cannot fall into the wrong hands.
Make a decision.
We're in this together.
I trust you.
She'd be sacrificing herself to save millions.
I'm not a murderer. How do I save them both?
Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord comes with an asterisk since it is more on the AA side of things, but this medieval warfare action game is the follow-up to the hugely popular Mountain Blade from 2008. It has fancy new graphics and, I presume, improved gameplay systems with both a single-player open-world story campaign and a fan-favorite multiplayer game mode that is supposed to be able to support up to hundreds of players. I personally never got into the original, so this might be a good time to jump in, though again, I wonder how this will do in the face of other games like ModHow being available. Just a quick note, if you are new here and enjoyed the video so far, be sure to subscribe and check out the Discord channel while you are at it. Here's to more indie gaming coverage, so back to the video. When I first saw In Other Waters, I was pretty impressed by the visual look and style, but was not too convinced by the gameplay, since this has you playing as an AI, guiding a stranded xenobiologist through an alien ocean. Such, the visuals are rather minimal, with an ocean cartographic map and various meters and buttons to push, but the more I look at it, the more it has grown on me. Itself as a non-violent sci-fi story and could be quite an interesting experience in uncovering the secrets of an alien world. The classic piece of literature gets a retelling with Mason, Jekyll and Hyde. This is a stylish adventure game set in 19th century London, where you play as a detective searching for clues on a disturbing mystery. Love the art and should be a great investigative thriller.
Welcome to Survival 101. For the last 150 years, we've been preparing ourselves to ensure our survival in the open. Let's begin with basic knowledge about our environmental conditions.
Another one recently covered is Endzone: A World Apart, a gorgeous post-apocalyptic city builder set 150 years after a nuclear disaster. Everything from radiation, drought, sandstorms and toxic rain are factors to contend with, since you still need to provide food, water and shelter for your colony. Big fan of city builders, so excited to check this one out, hopefully to build a brighter future for these digital people.
Indeed. To counteract this, we invented the irrigation plant. It increases soil moisture in its immediate vicinity, protecting your crop in periods of drought. As if these calamities weren't enough, a drought will also drain lakes, completely stopping our water supply dead in its tracks. Wells will be your only chance to secure a steady availability of water. Although drawing water from a well is going to be a tedious process. One of the biggest dangers a drought carries with it are sandstorms, a brute elemental force that can devastate our settlement in the blink of an eye. Major setbacks are imminent. For instance, restricted movement for our people and damaged buildings, all the way to their total destruction. Damaged buildings might stop functioning and would have to be repaired. What's far worse, sandstorms cause existing radioactive contamination to spread even more. What can we learn from this? Always keep track of the weather situation to avoid being caught off guard.
The presentation of Over the Alps won me over the moment the trailer started playing, since this is a spy thriller set in World War II Switzerland, and indeed it does nail those aspects very well. The art is minimalist but gorgeous, and I certainly hope that the adventure game portion of this holds up.
Yeah. They call me when ninja people attack the street. My president's black and y'all gon' give him back to me. I spend half the week training and doing tournaments. I spar with gangbangers with Yankee shurikens. Yeah.
If you love beat-em-ups like Streets of Rage or River City Ransom, Treachery in Beatdown City looks to continue the tradition, but manages to put their own spin on things. The combat is a hybrid turn-based and real-time system which looks very unique, with a classic story of trying to rescue the kidnapped president.
It ain't gotta be noble, I fight for stupid reasons. I find a reason to fight against any human breathing. If I'm on your block, you need to tell a doctor. I'm hella big and I'm about to punch a helicopter. I'm super woke, so my...
I do love the look of this, which is very retro, and apparently, you're able to switch between the 3 playable characters through the course of the game. Awesome soundtrack as well, taking the #1 spot. If you enjoyed the video, why not share it with a friend? Check out even more great indie gaming videos, and in this current climate, stay safe and I will see you after the jump.